Hello and welcome to this very special edition of Blue Streak Spotlight. I'm your host, Johnny Hastings, and today I have a couple football players. As if you can't tell, I have punting long snapper Luke Whitworth and center and field goal long snapper Adam Miller. Guys, thank you for joining us and dressing appropriately.
Thanks, Johnny.
All right, well, there's no hiding it. You both are from Florida. A lot of people on campus, and especially the football team, know that. It's nowhere near the snowy sectors of here in Northeast Ohio. Tell me, what about the John Carroll football program attracted you to John Carroll?
Well, I mean, when I was looking into schools, I guess I'd have to say the coaches at John Carroll, I could tell, really cared about me in the recruiting process. They called me up. Coach Scaife called me up on my cell phone. We had a great conversation. That kind of piqued my interest.
Adam?
I guess the biggest thing for me was when I came up on my visit, I was sitting in the Schuler room talking to Coach Scaife, and I realized that this was the place where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a part of something special that so many men before me had come through, and I wanted to be a part of this and be a part of the tradition.
You said tradition. John Carroll football carries a great tradition. And now that you guys have joined that, you also have a lot of similarities as well. Like I said, you're both from Florida, but you're also both communications majors, and you both are obviously long snappers, like I said on the outset. Tell me, those are pretty scary similarities. What special bond have you two formed over the past 4 years?
Well, I'd say one, I guess on the field, we're the first two to put on sleeves when we go out in weather when it's cold. So that'd be one bond we definitely have together.
Yeah,
Adam?
I think the other thing right now is that we're probably the only two Heat fans on campus. That's something we do together. We watch most of the games together and things like that. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right, that's pretty good. And the next thing I have for you guys, and you could probably prop those helmets off. Everyone wants to see your faces out there. You long snappers, I'll tell you what, you got your start in special teams, and that's the way a lot of younger players make their mark on a football team, especially one that has a lot of upperclassmen like John Carroll usually does. Coming into this last year, you both will have 8 letters. You guys made your marks on special teams, obviously long snappers. What can you give? What is some advice you can give to, I would say, a younger player to really make their mark and impress the coaches on special teams?
I mean, really just work as hard as you can. You go out there, special teams, a lot of it's running down the field, trying to make a tackle, trying to make that block to spring the kickoff or the kick return, Just go out there and do what you can, run as hard as you can, and it's really what it is.
Yeah, it's don't give up, keep fighting. You know, special teams is a lot where heart is shown on in certain players. You know, because some guys don't think it's not being on offense or defense, but special teams is a big part of the game. And I mean, if you fight and keep doing what you need to do, the coaches they recognize, they see it.
Yeah, special teams are sometimes an overlooked quality in the game. Everyone talks about offense, defense, but sometimes games are won and lost on special teams. And next question I have for you, Luke, is a personal one. You're obviously the punting long snapper. And if you don't do your job the best, you can kind of tell. You can tell if it's a bad snap or not. How do you maintain that focus and maintain, I would say, a strong mindset when you play? Because there is a lot of pressure on you as a punting long snapper, and you too, Adam, as a field goal long snapper.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to say, again, I've been doing it for 4 years here at Carroll. I'm in my 4th year here. I've been snapping for 4 years. I'm really comfortable. I go to practice every day and work hard doing it, and that's a big part of it as well. Just work hard with it. I know my form, so when I get out there on the field, I'm really comfortable with it, and that's how I keep my head straight.
Yeah, well, the special teams has been a strong asset to John Carroll. And Adam, you had kind of switched roles in a way a little bit over the past 4 years. You obviously made your mark on special teams, but now you're the center of this team as well. You're basically the quote-unquote quarterback of the offensive line. You point out defenses, point out blitzes, and you've done a nice job this year doing that. Saying that, you become a vocal leader, and you have a new role. Can you tell us how you've adapted to that new role this year in the past couple of years?
I guess not a huge change for me. I guess the biggest thing for me was having confidence, and not just confidence in myself, but knowing the guys next to me have confidence in me to do what we need to do to make sure that our quarterback stays protected and our running back does as well. But also the confidence our coaches have in us, and that Coach Zagorski himself has in me that I can kind of be his eyes on the field and things like that. So not a huge change for me. It's just another confidence level being pushed up a little bit.
All right, now this last segment, I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit, kind of a humorous part of the show. Well, what I'm going to do right now is, for the fans out there, I'm going to give you a name or a word, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind. And folks, they have not heard of any of these names or words, so it's going to be first thing that pops in your head. Let me know what it is. Lobo.
Wolf.
Crazy.
Crazy, okay. Next one. Regis Scaife's mustache.
Dave Wanstead.
the symbol of John Carroll football, right there.
The fighting mustaches. Okay. Don Shula.
Greatest man to ever live.
The reason John Carroll has its tradition.
Good answer. Okay, I like these. All right. Tommy Zagorski.
Taz.
Yeah, definitely. He's undescribable. That's definitely speechless. He leaves me speechless.
Speechless, yeah. I got to give a shout out to my man, Tommy Zagorski. I've developed a very nice relationship with him in the past couple years. Baldwin Wallace.
The team from Berea.
Yeah, the team from Berea. We don't call him by the name.
We don't call him by BW.
The team from Berea.
The team from Berea.
All right, I like that. Flow Rider.
Great state, the hotness.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with Luke.
Okay. Boxers or briefs, or even maybe you go commando or I don't know thong. I don't know what you guys do to try to keep a winning streak going. What is it?
Boxers.
Boxers, definitely.
All right, sounds good. And the last one, and probably the most important one in my book, Tony Rodano.
I don't even want to go there.
I agree with Luke.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of Blue Streak Spotlight, folks. Stay tuned for Blue Streak Spotlight throughout the year with different John Carroll athletes and players, like we said, throughout the course of the year. Fellas, Luke, Adam, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, I'm Johnny Hastings. That'll do it for this edition. Have a nice one.